all started now. This day's a turning point in my life. The day I begin living my life from the inside out. And I am transformed.
Hi everyone, my name is Maria Mirkovich, your host for Family Today. I'm also a life coach. This show is for everyone. It's for families, it's for family dynamics, family healing. And today I have a guest that you will love to hear. She will speak on family environments and healing. And here she is, a recurring visitor, Miss Lois Kramer Perez. And here she is. Hello, Lois, and welcome.
Hi, Maria. Thank you. It's so nice to see you again.
So what do we have here now? Feng Shui? What is this?
So Feng Shui, it's a lifestyle all about you.
Okay.
And one of the things that Feng Shui taught me was how we can look at the vibrations of our breath. And as we breathe, how we can learn all about meditation.
Yes. So explain a little bit about the meditation. What does it do for a person and then, of course, family?
Okay. Well, most people might think meditation is about emptying our minds.
A lot of people say that, yes.
And I've heard from different students of mine and clients, oh, I can't meditate, it's too difficult. They try to do something. Well, there are many forms of meditation. The type of meditation that I use is guided clearing meditation.
Okay.
So all we need to do is focus on our breath, get comfortable, and follow the sounds of my voice.
Okay.
And I take you on a journey using words and imagery to guide you, to allow your body to relax, to allow your thoughts to get into a nice rhythm, and to find a way to connect with your breath.
Okay.
And we find peace.
So when you say clearing, do you say and do you know that the person meditating is clearing their mind with thoughts, with so much thinking going on? You know, the brain sometimes doesn't even have time to process everything that's on your mind.
Good question. Excellent question.
Okay.
And that gets right to the crux of it.
Okay.
People don't realize that our mind can actually only think about one thing at a time. So all this multitasking that we think we're doing, we're really not focusing all our attention on anything in particular, and we're more distracted than having the ability to do one thing at a time. We can only think about one thought at a time. So when we purposefully direct our thoughts to a place, to specific words, we can bring ourselves to a place of ease and start to clear the stress we accumulate every day. Now, we all do meditation, whether we're aware of it or not. Have you ever noticed when you're driving and then you arrive somewhere?
People say that.
How
yes.
did I get here? Or you're doing the dishes and all of a sudden you're done? Well, that was quick.
That was quick. So where does your mind go when you're driving, for instance, and you know the place inside out, to say the least, and you get there on automatic?
Okay.
Your mind meditates at that time?
Well,
not when you're looking for things.
What actually is happening when we are focused on one particular thought or behavior or one action, and it's just that one thing, we're actually creating self-hypnosis.
Self-hypnosis.
So meditation is a form of self-hypnosis. And we do it to ourselves all the time. Now, when we can take this information and direct it in a productive way, mindfully, we can then begin to clear the stress. And the reason I stress the word clear, I use the word we're clearing as we meditate, because it's more than just getting to a place with our breath, but it's actually using the words and changing our relationship to our thoughts and feelings of what's been happening. So we can now start releasing the things we've picked up along the day. Have you ever had an experience where you were feeling really good, and then you go, say, to the grocery store?
Yes.
and you're standing on line, and all of a sudden you're impatient.
Yes.
And you don't understand what happened. You're just impatient, and you go, oh, I'm so impatient.
You're picking up energy from other people.
Right.
Okay.
So if we've ever felt a feeling, our body knows exactly what that feeling feels like. And we have
people that are aware.
Right? So we're unconsciously all the time picking up feelings and vibrations.
Yes.
And the body is saying, oh, I know that one.
Yes.
And whenever Lois gets that feeling of frustration,
Yes.
this is what happens. So it automatically sends those vibrations back, those frequencies. We're like human tuning forks. Now, unaware of this.
That's a good one.
Yes, unaware of this, we're walking around attracting all kinds of things all day long. It can become exhausting if we decide, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I'm impatient, I'm angry. But if we notice, wait a minute.
We weren't feeling that way before, that it happened just on the line, let's say the line at the grocery store.
Yes.
That means we got it from somebody else.
Right.
And in families, I think that happens a lot, especially if one comes, especially a man, a husband comes home to a wife, being a little bit agitated from his work or his companions or whatever, and he, there was an author that said, Barbara DeAngelis, that said one time, we are like, just imagine 2 containers of milk. And then when the husband comes home, the wife is all receptive and beautiful and loving. And then that container, connects with you, like a straw, let's say. And that you pick up his energy. Let's blame the man now this time. It could be a woman too. So that energy is pulled, especially from a woman, because they are more receptive, I would think. And then she starts acting his agenda, let's say his frustration at work, his anger, his resentment, and she starts acting out and he's calm. So the other person really empties out on the other one. Is that true?
That is possible.
Is it possible? Yeah.
But I have a really good family story for you.
Okay.
About how we can pick up other people's stuff. Because I used to hear my teacher say, well, it's not yours. Well, then whose is it? Where does it come from? Yeah. Well, here's a perfect example. When I was probably in the 4th grade, and my sister was in kindergarten, we grew up in Brooklyn. And back in the 60s, there was a big blackout where all the boroughs went dark. All the lights went out. So my dad put me in my sister's room with a flashlight and said, okay, stay with your sister. Here's a flashlight. And he went back downstairs. Well, my sister was little. She was in kindergarten, so she started to cry. So I started to cry.
Yes.
Now I'm crying, so she's crying. The more she cries, the more I cry. I was the bigger crybaby of the 2 of us. So now she activated all of my crying vibrations, and I'm terrorized, screaming. And I can still recall this feeling.
You could recall it,
And as my dad comes running back up, he says, what's happening? I said, I don't know. And I think back to that moment. And this is how we can start feeding off each other's information if we're not aware of it. So knowing this today, if I were a parent with 2 children and there was a situation where I knew one was afraid, I might try to console the child, to make her feel safe, to allow the older one to know they were safe and comfortable, to help them. If one started crying, rather than what's wrong, stop and think, wait a minute, they're activating each other's information. So how we're responding is a reaction rather than a response. As adults today, we can become aware.
Do you, just 1 minute, do you think we're all adults today, even if we reach the age of 90?
Well,
not everybody grows up.
Actually, I'm still waiting to grow up. And interestingly enough,
I say the same.
I was Peter Pan in the 5th grade. So somewhere the universe said, you're going to learn that song, I won't grow up. Because you don't have to become the adult, so to speak.
Yes.
But we can age gracefully.
Yes.
And keep that inner child, the innocence, the joy, that part of us that just experiences such joy in everything we do, and with awareness as we mature. So my term adult, better used, is as we mature.
As we mature.
And we become aware. The more we become aware, the more we have the ability to choose.
So why don't a lot of people choose to grow up?
They're unaware.
They're unaware.
They're unaware of the choices available to them.
Okay.
Because we can get lost in our feelings very easily. We know when we have a very extreme feeling, whether it's joy or sadness, it can throw us for a loop. They say, oh, she's drunk in love. She's so filled with love, she doesn't see anything. When we're that much filled with happiness, we're too extreme. We don't see the things happening in front of us.
In front of us.
So we need to have a balance in between. We need to go into that joy and love and also understand the other feelings and not connect to a judgment about the feeling, knowing, wow, this is what my body does when it notices frustration.
Do you think the planet has reached that yet with your
Yes.
teaching? Yes?
Absolutely.
Really?
And what's very interesting, when we go back to the Feng Shui principles,
Okay.
Feng Shui has different periods of energy. We are now in a period 8 since 2004.
We're going through a transition.
So in the Feng Shui period 8, it's the time of spirituality, self-development, self-reinvention, and education.
And it's different for everyone.
Right. So there is an expanse of universal knowledge and an expanse of universal seeking
Yes.
for something else, something more than just what we've known. People are expanding their own spirituality.
In what way? In what way?
They're looking for meditation.
Okay.
They're finding other ways to connect with their own spirituality.
Spirituality.
They're studying different religions, different spiritual things. They're more familiar with the Buddha, with other forms of spiritual information that comes to us, because now there's no judgment. We're all finding what we feel most attuned with,
Okay.
and finding the ability to be quiet with our breath. And whether we're listening to someone's voice, to chimes, or allowing our thoughts as we close our eyes to just allow things to release. And one of the best ways to release is laughter.
Oh my God, yes.
So think about when you've had the best laugh ever.
I always laugh.
You're
People tell me I have a
laughing,
smirk on my face.
and you
I used to get in trouble in school for that. And I wasn't really trying to make fun of anybody. The nuns. Miss Lister, my last name was Lister, wipe off that smirk from your face. And I used to,
Because
because I had the smile. I love to smile.
in their point of view at that particular
I was
time
making
in
fun.
school, they believed serious was the way.
The way.
That was that time. But in this time and place, it's so beautiful to be able to embrace who we are.
Yes.
And if we have that fire energy that I've mentioned to you before,
Yes.
the feeling of laughter and joy and showing our passions, it's so cleansing.
Yes, it is.
It's so cleansing,
It
because
is
after
cleansing.
a good laugh, as well as a good cry,
They say also smile to yourself, because you're giving the symbol to your heart, to your lungs, to all the organs in your body, all the cells in your body, that everything is all right and you're healing from that.
yes.
And I believe it is, because when I do that, I do feel better. I do feel a lot better. Tony Robbins says, he's always with this big grin
Yes.
on his cover of the book. And I used to say, why is he showing all his teeth? There was a purpose to that.
He vibrates,
Vibrates
love and
love.
happiness and power and
He says
joy.
that, yes.
He steps right into it. And we can learn from all the people that we admire that can step into that smile. And you made an excellent point, Maria. I want to just go back to when you said you smile into your body.
Yes.
In most of my meditations, as we smile into our breath, we smile into our organs in every cell.
Yes.
And we bring oxygen and peace and love. So as we exhale, what do we bring to the universe,
Yes.
to the collective? More love,
More
peace,
good,
and joy.
peace. Yes.
So
So if
excellent.
people are not like-minded, they really don't like this stuff that is love, that is. What do you do then? Do they dislike you? Do you feel?
No, I think we have to stop taking everything personally,
Okay.
because we really don't know what someone is feeling at the moment.
Right.
Very often, people can only react or respond based on what they know. And they may have a fear of being in
A
front
threat,
of others.
a threat.
They may have a fear of taking a step out and doing something that would fill their hearts because they just don't know if they could do it. So their hesitance might not be a judgment at all. It just might be their own self,
Yes.
that they're not aware of how they could do
Yes.
something. So I think people need to find their way to meditate, their way to connect within themselves,
So take a
their
breath.
way.
Prana,
Yes.
life energy, life force energy, prana.
Yes.
And then just exhale maybe something that that is not of good, maybe some darker clouds.
Well, what we can do is focus on filling up with all that benefits us.
Yes.
Because then there's nothing to judge. We can focus on our breath, bringing peace and love and patience into our hearts and souls. As we breathe in love and we exhale, we share that with the world. So if we are filled up with all the things that bring us strength, that bring us peace, that bring us focus, we're
So-
not distracted by trying to release something that we perceive is wrong.
Is wrong. But let's say you're faced with a family, you go to their home and you want to feng shui their home, and they themselves, people, you feng shui people you
Yes.
mentioned. Okay. So let's say they're in a space where they're grieving or they're angry at God even, you know. There's people that are very angry. And because their life is not, it's disarrayed, let's say, or grieving. How do you bring that good? You shared what you do, but let's say there's like a thickness to just go through.
It's important to meet everyone
Yeah.
in their own space.
Space, okay.
To acknowledge who they are and where they are at this time in their life. Not to judge, but
No,
to
no,
be
no.
there to accept them and acknowledge who they are.
Yes.
And to give them an opportunity to ask for what it is that they seek to bring them peace.
But for example, they might say, I'm never going to get better. This guilt or this grieving is never going to go away. What's the use? What's the purpose? I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. And they don't want to help themselves. And maybe a loved one, maybe a wife or a child wants them to get better. How would you conclude that? How would you heal that?
Well, not everything can happen in an instant.
In an instant, no,
So
no,
the,
no.
the first step
Not at all.
is being invited to work with people
Yes.
on a level in our space, which if we heal the space, it can be the reflection of what's inside. It
I was
can
just going to
begin
say
heal
that
the
to you.
heart.
Maybe you would see the house and you see different things that need to be cleared. And maybe if you feng shui the house, maybe other things could come in there too in a
So-
healthy way.
Yes, so
like
as we
the
work
person.
with the people in their space and their relationship to how they feel about what's happening in their space, and guide them to choose to change something
Yes.
that is creating a block in that physical space,
Yes.
then it will open up in the physical heart.
Okay. Now, going back to Feng Shui and your clearing meditation, would you like to demonstrate with me
Yes.
how you do these classes? And then maybe we could put, after you do this clearing meditation on me, we could put your website up so people could reach you at
Absolutely.
your place.
Absolutely. Okay, Maria, so what I want you to do,
Okay.
you're just
I'm a
going
little
to
nervous.
focus on your breath, hear the chimes. Just feel that vibration. Feel the vibration of the sound of the chimes. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. One more breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel your body beginning to relax with each gentle breath. Find that rhythm of your breath and just allow your breath to clear all that you may have picked up as you've gone about your day. There's nothing to do right now but just follow the sound of my voice. And just feel that peace in every breath. Just follow your breath as you breathe in through your nose. Feel that peace in every cell. Inhaling and exhaling. Allowing the body to relax. And as the thoughts just drift in through your mind, just allow them to drift out as you follow your breath with this ease, finding that peace in every cell. And just imagine, what color would peace be in your cells? Just allow your imagination to be free and find the color to light up every cell in your being, filled with peace, filled with love, and filled with joy. And as you allow this beautiful color to fill up every cell, with each breath that you take, you breathe back into the collective, giving your peace, giving your love, and giving your joy. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
nice.
I really felt the color that came to mind was the color that I seen. I didn't try to think. It was light blue with white.
Beautiful.
What does that indicate? I mean,
So when we talk about the colors of blue, that connects to our throat chakra, our
Okay.
ability to express.
to express.
To express ourselves. So when we allow the throat chakra to be open, we can speak our truth, we can express with grace and love, and we can be understood. And the white comes from the top. When the crown chakra opens, that violet, the white comes light.
I did see that. I saw white light with
Yes.
with like spaghetti. I'm gonna say the word spaghetti for a lack of a better word, coming up to my
To your
head,
crown.
to my crown.
So the white is the light from above.
The light from above.
Being in the moment, allowing transformation to begin, connecting with all that there is by just being.
By just being.
Being with your breath.
Yes,
Beautifully
very
done,
good,
Maria.
very good. Oh my God. So let's put the website up for Lois Kramer Perez. You could reach her at this number. There's a telephone number, email address, and a website. And there's many tips that you want to give to the families out there?
Yes, I would say whenever we find ourselves contracting, whether we make a fist, whether we're holding our breath, when we find ourselves being stopped, the first thing we can do is stop and take a deep breath. Stop and take a breath. It all begins with just focusing on our breath and giving ourselves that moment of peace.
Peace.
And what I do to share to help others is I've created my 30-second vacations. So if you find you don't have enough time to meditate, you
Go
can
to you.
always come to my website and take a 30-second vacation.
Also on your website, you have this 30 minutes vacation.
30-second vacation.
30 seconds, excuse me.
2 deep breaths. Follow my voice. Take a little trip with me for 2 deep breaths, and that's the beginning. Once we start noticing and opening our awareness, everything is possible.
So do you feel that people, families rejuvenate with meditation?
Yes.
They do. I feel that you get better, clearer skin, that your eyes are sharp, they're more lucid. Your dreams are better.
Well, they say there have been medical studies that meditation can lower blood pressure.
You see
It
that?
can help the body open up all the meridians in the channels, so all the organs get healthy.
Just like with acupuncture, the meridians are there and the chakras are there.
Meditation is energetic acupuncture.
Oh my
Energetic
God.
chiropractic. We want to open all our meridians. We want to breathe deep into our belly. So when we take that breath, let the belly stick out. And then exhale and just feel everything moving through our
moving
bodies.
forward.
So meditation begins. It's our connecting our mind,
Body and spirit. So you take care of those 3.
Yes.
And this is essential for our growth.
And we need to
Our
breathe.
family growth. We need to
Anyone that is involved in any type of exercise, whether it be yoga,
Yes.
teaches us how to breathe. Ballroom dancing, they'll teach you how to breathe.
Oh,
You
I love to
can't
dance.
ballroom dance if you're not breathing.
Dance, dance, dance.
So from the most relaxing and stretching
Yes.
and quiet type of exercise to the most vigorous running or dancing, you need to learn how to breathe. Our breath is our life.
People say I forget to breathe. They don't mean that because we breathe automatically. We breathe on automatic. But
However,
for deeper breaths, we need to
Be
take your
mindful.
advice.
Yes.
Be mindful.
Be mindful. So start by giving yourself the gift of 2 deep breaths every so often.
Yes.
Think about your awareness during the day, and when your mind is racing, or you find a feeling coming into your awareness that you know is going to stop you in your tracks, just stop and take those 2
And
deep
take a
breaths
breath.
and smile,
A
as you said.
smile.
Smile into your
Smile.
breath and send that out to the world,
Yes.
and you will receive it back 1,000 times over.
Yes, that is true. That is true. But also, I think teachers like you that benefit the planet also get challenges. Don't you agree with that? You also get challenged with other things that are heavy.
Yes, well, I'm only human,
Yes.
the same as we all are, and the more aware we are,
Yes.
we'll be going along just fine, then all of a sudden we'll get stopped in our tracks. But the difference is we have an awareness. We have tools that we can use. So I may get stopped, but I won't get lost for 3 days any longer. Maybe it's 30 minutes, or maybe it's 3 minutes. I have the ability to now shift out of that. I don't have to become all of those things and perpetuate them. I can become aware of what's happening. Even if I've had that experience for an hour, I have the ability to shift. So maybe you could address the audiences with something that they could be cherishing in their minds as we conclude this program. Yes, so I want everyone right now, wherever you are, to just stop for a moment and smile. And as you take that smile, I want you to feel your breath coming in. And as you exhale, smile it right out. And notice how you've opened up your heart to yourself and shared it with others.
And your family members.
Your family, your friends, and the world. And together, one breath at a time, we bring more love and compassion into this world. Namaste.
Namaste. Oh my God, very well said, Lois. Oh my God, really. So when is your next teaching?
Well, I have Thursday morning classes in Paramus every week. You can go to my website, loiskramerperez.com, find out all about the events, the classes. If you're looking for Feng Shui or to hold classes for your community,
there it is.
You know how to reach me, and I'm happy to come and help you.
Very good. Thank you so much, Lois.
My pleasure.
And
Thank
please
you,
come
Maria.
again. Oh my God, you really made me feel so much better in myself. I did feel great because we had a wonderful day. I would like to thank you, dear viewers, for joining us. Next, we will have a great program for you and your families to enjoy. So till next, I'm Maria. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.
It all started now. Could not figure which way to go. Saw the light, took the path